Your role kind of depends on how much you want to put in it. Like, I do the three sports that are involved in, I volunteer down in Dock. So we've got football, swimming and athletics. So in the likes of swimming, I'm a bit more relaxed in my approach. I do more of the record taking, so the likes of like timing. The football, it's more so the warm up and the cool down, because I will not touch the football. I'm not into football. And then the athletics, it's very competitive. It's a bit more crack, but you have to keep them calm and know how to approach it in a better way.
Everyone does a bit of sports when they're kids, or, sometimes it's always something that's in the periphery, but I don't think you have to have any specific sporting experience. Like when I started, I'm coaching rhythmic gymnastics, and I don't have any gymnastics background as such, except when I was a very small child. But you get a lot of support. There's a lot of courses available. But to be honest, I think sometimes even just being there, helping the athletes, helping them further their own kind of progression through sport is the main thing.
I don't think it's necessarily just like a sporting role that you have to take up. Like, I started off in our club as a sports coach, as a basic coach, but now I've kind of furthered on and I've become the chairperson of the club. But there's all different avenues that you can take. Like, some clubs have sports officers and sports coordinators. Some clubs have family officers. Like, it's not just sporting backgrounds that you need to have.
For me, I do 3 nights a week, and they go out on a Monday, Tuesday and Thursday to 3 different sports. I think a lot of similar volunteers who do what I do would do the same. Probably would be out 4 nights a week. Our club do 4 sports.
You have to make time for it, but it's always a great thing to make time to do. Every Saturday morning when I go in, I have a lovely time. We do our hour-and-a-half training, we have the chats, we have a nice kind of session, we further our skills. I think it's just, same as anything. If you really like it and you want to do it, it's a great thing to do. And yeah, for me, I was lucky, I suppose. We do trainings mostly on the weekends. So sometimes I do work the weekends, but that's few and far between. So I think if there's, you think you're not going to be able to do it because of college or anything, work, anything, there's a lot of flexibility, and, people will support you and help you if you really want to be there,
I think we're all in the same boat. Like, it's like your first day of school or your first day of college, first day in a new job. We're always in the same boat, but just remember that everyone else has been in the same boat. Like, we know how everyone else feels, and like, I would say the Special Olympics is nearly more welcoming than mainstream sports. It's just the inclusivity that we bring as an organisation. So I wouldn't say don't be nervous at all. Like, it's good fun, it's good crack, and we are all here for the same purpose. We're not going to exclude anyone.
I started going to fundraising events when I was around 12 years old with the club, because my sister's an athlete, and then I became a more involved volunteer around 15. I started going to different events. Mainly because of my mum's influence. She is the secretary of our club, so then that's how I got really involved. And then at 16 I became an official Special Olympics Ireland volunteer, and ever since it's been absolutely brilliant.
There's a lot of broad range. Some are verbal, some are non-verbal. Throughout the time you do understand the different needs of every athlete, and it's understanding different approaches towards them. Like, some of them took months to catch on to me. Some of them just clicked instantly with me, and we have the crack. And it's honestly, it's one of the best things, coming in on a Tuesday evening after a long day of college, going in and just having the crack with them. And they really do. Like, a few months there, summer I was out, they were delighted to know that I still remember their name. So it was lovely coming back.
Like, a wide variety of volunteers. Like, we have one girl who's there for like the last 20 years. We've girls that have just come in like in 2 months. We've parents, we've brothers and sisters, cousins, people with no connections at all, teachers that want to further their learning, or SNAs who just have a passion for helping people with intellectual disabilities. So it's great. No. Who's your anthem? Who's your anthem you want, really? No.
No. I love coming home and just feeling that sense of like just community. It's looking forward to coming back then the following week. it's just something different every week. So
I think the sense of community in a Special Olympics club is like nothing else. Like I grew up playing soccer and swimming, and I think there is just a greater sense of community and a greater sense of reliance upon each other in a Special Olympics club.
I think it's also great as well to see what the athletes get out of it as well. It's, you know, I've been volunteering for 8 years, and it's great seeing people progress in their own ways. Some people are there to compete, some people are there just for fun. And I think it's brilliant seeing people achieve their goals, and even if they're, you know, small goals, it's still a big achievement. You know, it's great to see.
Yeah, so I landed myself in the position very accidentally. Anne Wolfe, our previous chairperson, was chairperson for over 20 years, an amazing chairperson and someone I still look up to today. Unfortunately, she had to take a step back for her own reasons, but the club was kind of struggling for committee members last year. So I said, you know what, I have time, I'm in college. It's just extra admin. It's just extra college work, really, when you think about it. So I said I'd take on the role, and I'm really glad I did, because originally I was only volunteering with 2 sports in our club. So I was with young athletes and rhythmic gymnastics, but now I kind of know every club member. So you kind of, I fostered a greater sense of inclusivity within the club as well, because, you know, you have to unite the club. Unfortunately for us, we're actually based in 2 towns in Galway, so we're at Tuam and Headford. So as chairperson, I've kind of brought the club together a little bit. We have like Halloween movie night coming up, and then we'll have breakfast with Santa then in December and stuff. But it's nice, yeah. I wouldn't say it's too hard. It's not too taxing. You do have the odd moment where you're like, oh my God, what do I do as a young chairperson? But you know what? There's always girls in Connacht ready and willing to help, to answer the phone, to answer emails. And even like if we have to go further afield to Dublin, Special Olympics is always there and always has my back. So it's not too hard. Just do it. If you don't like it, we're not going to force you to stay. But I can guarantee you, if you give us 6 weeks, we'll definitely open your eyes and you won't want to leave.
it'd be very hard to walk away after that first stage.
First week, you usually make a lot of connections with especially a lot of the athletes, and you find it very hard to leave the athletes. Even if you take a week off, you sort of miss them, miss seeing them. But I think you would be definitely in regret if you didn't try out for something like that.